Okay, I think we're going to get started. So hello, welcome everyone. So today we're going to be focusing on consulting a reference. So we're going to look at different basic reference sources. So the objectives for the class today are that participants will be able to consult dictionaries, thesauruses, encyclopedias, indexes, and other internet sources to find information on specific topics. Okay. So some guidelines. So please make an effort to arrive on time, but if you are not here on time or if you're late, that's okay. Please just join in as you're able to. When you're not talking, if you have any noise in the background, please mute yourself, but make sure to unmute yourself if I ask a question and you want to answer, and to speak loudly when you are talking. There are pre-class interactive slides or self-paced slides that you can do beforehand. And those are linked in the Google Classroom. So it'd be good to practice beforehand, but you can also practice afterwards with them. I will also be sending out a post-class evaluation. So it'd be really nice to get your feedback, and then we can adjust things going forward after that, as these classes are offered every Saturday. If you have any questions or technical issues, please send me an email at info.hett@gmail.com, and I will try to answer as soon as possible. Okay. So I will be leading this training. So I know of quite a few of you previously from Myanmar. And Kathleen, does Kathleen want to say hello? She will be co-hosting this training or class as well. So Kathleen?
Hi, my name is Kathleen. I'm an English teacher and Spanish teacher from the United States.
Awesome, thank you. Okay, this time we're going to do show of hands. So how comfortable are you with consulting a reference source like a dictionary, thesaurus, index, encyclopedia? So 0, not at all comfortable. 1, a little bit more, somewhat comfortable, quite comfortable, and extremely comfortable. So kind of not comfortable at all and extremely comfortable. So on the count of 3, can everyone show me? So 1, 2, 3. Okay, let me take a look. Okay, cool. Some 3s, 5s, 1s, some 3s. Some people don't have their video on, so it's hard to see. Hey, cool, very cool. Okay, so when you are reading a text and you have a question, where do you look for the answers? So we've kind of already talked about the objectives, but where do you look for the answers? So does anyone look in a dictionary?
Yes, dictionary.
Yeah. How about where else? Where else can you look if you are reading something and you don't understand it? Especially if, like, even sometimes research, like research papers or journal articles are quite difficult for me to read. So if there's something you don't understand, where do you look?
Encyclopedias.
Encyclopedias? Yeah. Where else?
Google.
Google, yeah. Google's a good one. Internet sources, yeah. I use Google a lot. I think that's like the go-to like place to look. Okay, good. So what is a dictionary? Can someone tell me what a dictionary is? What do you use? Yeah.
It's a thing where we can find meaning of the word.
Yeah, and what else can you find? So you can find the meaning. Can you find anything else in a dictionary?
Meaning and yes.
Meaning of words.
Yeah.
Pronunciation.
Pronunciation. Yeah. What else?
Other uses.
The uses of each word.
Yeah, yeah. So you can find the different usages and anything else.
Illustrations.
Yeah, sometimes illustrations. Anything else?
Phonetic symbol.
Yeah, sometimes some of them have the phonetics in them, especially like the paper ones. The online ones don't always, but the paper ones usually do. Okay.
And part of speech.
Yeah. So yeah, you can find the definitions, pronunciation, parts of speech, the origin. So lots of different information that you can find in a dictionary that can help. Okay. And when would you use a dictionary?
To know about the meaning of words.
Yeah, if you don't know the meaning of
pronunciation and usage.
Yes, usage.
Okay, good. So yeah, looking up unknown words, if you need to know how to pronounce a word, how to use a word, that type of thing. And what are some problems that you can have with using a dictionary? Like, is there any kind of negatives to using a dictionary?
Some words doesn't mean the exact meaning in text.
Yeah.
It's depending on the context.
Yeah, so they might
cannot use it directly.
Yeah, so they might not have the correct definition because words might have multiple definitions. So it might not quite have the right definition in there for what you're using it for or what the word is being used for. What else?
If when we don't know the synonym for the original word.
Yeah, so yeah, it might not give synonyms. So you have to, couple of things, you have to be able to spell the word, which if you're reading is fine because it'll tell you how to spell it. But if you've just heard the word, maybe you don't know how to spell it. Like if you're trying to write something, maybe you don't know how to spell it yourself. So it doesn't help with that. And sometimes the words in the definition, especially if you're not a native English speaker, can be difficult to understand themselves. So depending on what the word is, maybe the definition, it can be difficult to understand too. Okay, what is a thesaurus?
Synonym.
Yeah, so it's
a word synonym.
Yeah, so it's for looking up synonyms. And what is a synonym? It tells you here, but what is a synonym?
The same meaning of the word.
The same meaning, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So hot, burning, wonderful, fantastic, shiny, reflective. So that type of thing. And when would you use a thesaurus?
Especially in academic writing.
Yeah, I will admit, even me, like English is my first language, and yes, I use it when I'm writing, because to look like if I'm trying to find a word and the word that I'm using is too informal, sometimes I use a thesaurus to try to find a more formal word for the academic writing. So that's kind of one way that I might use it, or I've used the same word multiple times, and so I'd like to change it and use a different word but it means the same thing. Okay. So, and we also previously did paraphrasing, so it does help with paraphrasing if you want to paraphrase something. And it can also help you better understand the definition of a word to see synonyms of that word. So not just the definition, but to see the synonyms. What are some problems with using a thesaurus?
Not all the words are the exact meaning. Not all the words have exact meaning.
Yes, definitely. So yeah, although they are synonyms, sometimes like synonyms might not be exactly the same. They're just very similar, and it may not always explain what is slightly different about them. So for me, as a native English speaker, I might be able to tell the difference. But if it's not your first language, you may struggle telling the difference between two words that are synonyms or very similar. Okay, so what is an encyclopedia?
Encyclopedia.
We used to use the
It
encyclopedia.
describes
the collection of the general knowledge of something.
Yeah, it's like the general knowledge of things. It was like it's like Google before there was Google. So that's kind of before there was the internet, obviously that's what everyone used when they had to do, like especially younger ages, like children and teenagers, when they had to do an essay or a paragraph about a topic, they didn't have internet, so they would look in an encyclopedia. So it'd give them information about a topic. Okay. So it's a book that contains information about many topics. Sometimes it's multiple books. Maybe they'll have an A book, a B book, a C book. Usually they're in alphabetical order. And they're just factual information about topics. So kind of like Wikipedia is now, where you have lots of different entries on different topics, but it's in a book form. When would you use an encyclopedia?
We want to know about the history of words and the meaning.
Yeah.
To learn about the scenario.
So yeah, it's more like if you want to know background knowledge on a topic, explanations of a topic, then you can find it there. It won't be super in-depth. It'll just be usually just a little bit of information, but sometimes it can still be useful if you don't understand a topic. What are some problems with using an encyclopedia?
Encyclopedia.
So if you think, I actually can't remember if this was written down, but if you think about when they're published, if an encyclopedia was published in 1980, what could be a problem with it?
They are not up to date.
Yeah, so they might not be up to date. They might not have new information. Yeah, and Wikipedia is an example of an online encyclopedia, and then that one might be updated by anyone at any time. So that could be two problems. One, if you have an encyclopedia as a book, it might not be up to date, but the online ones, you don't know if they're completely factual or true. Okay. What is an index? So if you see an index in the back of a book or back of an article or something, or yeah, more of the back of a book, what is it?
And the words in the index describe the meaning of the word used in that book.
Yes, yeah. So it's a list of topics from within the rest of the book that you can find at the back. It's usually in alphabetical order, and then it tells you where you can find in the book more information about that topic. So it's kind of the main topics from the book, and with a page number beside it to find more information in it. And it usually helps a lot if it's like huge books and you don't know where to look in the book, so you can look in the index at the back. And when would you use an index?
When we don't understand the meaning of the words.
Yeah, maybe if you don't understand. Yeah.
When we write the textbooks or yes,
But we want to
use
find
the
a specific topic.
Yeah, specific topic, or like looking at the
We want
textbooks.
to find a specific topic.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, when you need more information about a topic, so a specific topic, additional explanations or examples, or you want to use the same source. So you want to be able to find it within it. Okay. What are some problems with using an index? So if you've used one before, have you ever come across any problems? Personally, my biggest problem with using an index is I want to find, I don't think this is, let me check. Yeah, this isn't listed, but one of my problems with using an index is that I want a topic and it's not listed in the index. So obviously it doesn't have all words or all topics listed, and I'd be like, oh yeah, it should have this, and I look and it's not there, and I'm like, well, now how do I find it in the book? You know, like I can't search it. So I have to like read through the whole book looking for the topic. Yeah, and then the other issue is that a lot of academic books have indexes, but not all of them do. And if it's not academic, then quite often they don't have an index. Hey, what are internet sources?
The information we get from the internet.
Yeah.
We can get some information easily to find.
And what are some examples of internet sources?
Internet sources is the World Wide Web database.
And what are some websites? Someone mentioned one before. I mean, there's lots.
Okay.
Google.
We can get update information around the world.
Yeah. Yeah. So
The information we need it easily in our environment. We want to try look for that internet.
okay. Yeah, so you can use Google, you can use YouTube, although for academic that may not be the best, but it might point you in the direction of something else that you could use for academic writing. Khan Academy has a lot of learning material. WikiHow, Wikipedia. Wikipedia, obviously, you're not supposed to use for academic writing, but what you can do obviously, is you can scroll to the bottom of the Wikipedia page and they'll have references, or click the reference in it, and then it will send you to other pages. So there's obviously lots and lots of websites. There's Google Scholar. There's like a lot of the journal articles are online. A lot of the journals you can access online. When would you use internet sources?
Whenever you need.
Yes, yeah, I think that's a good answer. I think that's a very good answer. Like, I will honestly say that I think because I grew up with the internet, that almost all my research mostly involves the internet, and only when I cannot find something on the internet do I go and use a book, just because I'm used to using the internet. So yeah, whenever you need background information on a topic, multiple perspectives, expert advice, articles, pretty much anything, almost anything you can find online. Okay. What are some problems with using internet sources?
We can trust all things.
Yeah,
We
so
can trust all things.
yeah, you can't trust them, obviously. So yeah, not verified. So a lot of times you might have to do additional research. It depends on the source. Like if you're using the internet to access a journal article that's peer reviewed, obviously it's peer reviewed and that's fine. But if you're using it to access Wikipedia, then obviously like anyone can add to Wikipedia. So it's not really reliable as a source. So it definitely means you have to analyze the source a lot more than if it was a book, like a physical book or a physical article, which is usually has to be published. So usually goes through more of a process before it's published than something that's just put on the internet. Okay, so we're going to do a poll. I have 5 questions, and I'd like you to answer all 5 of the questions, and I'll give you probably about 3 minutes to do that. I'll see how long it takes everyone. Okay, let me see. So there's 5 questions. And you can just scroll down. I realized I put them all together this time. I think I prefer them separate. Oh, and you can choose more than one answer if you would like. Sorry, my apologies. I forgot to mention that. You can choose more than one answer. So we have 4 people who finished answering. 6 people, 7 people. 10, 11, 12. 13. 14. 16. We'll just wait another 30 seconds. Still 2 people who haven't answered, so we'll wait 30 seconds. Okay, we'll stop it there. Did someone draw on the screen? So let's look, share results. So let's look at the answers. Which reference or references would you use to learn more general information about a topic? So the one with the highest percentage is internet sources, which I'd say is correct. And the second one is encyclopedia. So I would also say that that is correct. So both of those you could use. Dictionary doesn't really have general information. Index, I mean, yeah, the index is more specific topics. Okay, let's look at question 2. Which reference or references would you use to find a synonym for a word? So this one's pretty easy, thesaurus. So a thesaurus would normally have a synonym. A few people put a dictionary. Yeah, sometimes the dictionaries might also list a synonym, although it's not the main focus. And internet source. Yeah, sometimes I would say, again, internet source is not maybe the main place that you would find a synonym, but you can, like, I think if you go on Google, you can type in a word and write synonym, and sometimes it pops up like the synonym for the word. So I will say that that can be correct sometimes, but usually a thesaurus. Okay. Which reference or references would you use to find the definition of a word? Okay. So the highest, or the one that people chose the most, is dictionary, and I would agree with that. You can find the definition of a word in a dictionary. Index, no, not really. It's not usually a definition. Internet source, maybe. Sometimes in Google, you can type in a word and it'll pop up the definition. But again, it's not the main thing that it does. Not really in encyclopedia, and not really thesaurus. Which reference or references would you use to find the pronunciation of a word? So I agree with the majority here, a dictionary. So you would use a dictionary to find the pronunciation. A few people said internet source. I mean, yes, you could use YouTube to find the pronunciation. I've done that before. If I wanted to listen or hear the pronunciation, you could use YouTube or some other video channel. That is one possibility, but mostly a dictionary, usually a dictionary. Encyclopedia, no. Thesaurus, not really. Last question. Which reference or references would you use to find more information about a topic in a specific text? So actually, this is supposed to be index. So you're looking at a specific text and you want to find more information about a topic. So you look at the back at the index and it tells you where to find it. So internet source isn't really a specific text. So if you notice, it mentions a specific text. Dictionary, again, is not a specific text. Encyclopedia, I mean, I could see how it could kind of fit with an encyclopedia, though. So maybe encyclopedia. Okay, awesome. Okay, let's exit out of that. Okay, so we're going to do a group activity. So in groups, you will write in Pear Deck to practice using reference sources. So I will give a link in the chat box, and I will also write my email there in case you have any questions. And if you have any difficulties, you can either, I think there's a call help button, or you can send me an email. We'll just do one so this is kind of what we're doing, and to show you an example of what we're doing. So an example here is we're supposed to look in a dictionary. The word we have is read. I'm going to change to something a little thinner. So make this a little tinier. So I'm going to go, oh, can I not? Okay. So I'm going to go to dictionary.com. Let's see. The link isn't really working. So if the link isn't working, you can just type it in. Okay, can everyone see the dictionary page? Yes, okay, just making sure that it's sharing properly. So you can type the word in, you can hit search. Read is actually kind of a difficult word because there are multiple definitions. Okay. Oops. This one here. So we're looking at the pronunciation, part of speech, definition, and origin. I'm not going to write this all down, but you guys in your groups can write it down. So pronunciation, so it shows you how to pronounce it. Yeah, so right there, let's see. So right here, read, and you can also listen to it here. So parts of speech, I mean, there's different parts, but we have, it can be a verb. So we'll look at the verb here. And the definition, to look at carefully so as to understand the meaning of something, written or printed, to utter aloud or render in some speech. So that's an example of read. You can also listen again. So you can have read or read.
Reading.
So that's pronunciation, part of speech, definition. Origin, where is it? I saw it before. If you go down here, it has the origin of the word. So right here, and you can write down the origin on the slides. Let me just clear that. So in your groups, that is what you're going to be doing. So you'll have 10 minutes to do it. And I'm going to put you in 4 groups. I think are 6. I think we'll put you in 3 groups of 6 so you can work together. Oh, first I will give you the link for it. Let me just stop sharing for a second. So I'm putting the link in the chat to everyone. So this is a link to the Pear Deck. So one person in your group can share it and write on it. I think I have it so it's annotated for everyone, so everyone can actually write on it. And if you want to take a screenshot of it afterwards, you can, so it's easier to share. And then we can but if you fill it in on the Pear Deck, then I can see it. But if you want other people to annotate on it, they can as well. And my email, in case you have any questions, is this. Or you can hit the help button and I will try and find you. Okay, let me see. Breakout rooms. So let's say 3 rooms. I think that's good. So I'm going to open 3 rooms, and if you have any questions, just hit the help button or send an email.
Are you going to go around and check on everybody?
Yes, I will. I'm just gonna, there's a few people who haven't joined yet, so I'll just wait.
Okay.
See if they join. Hello, Pew Pew Soy, are you there? Are you going to join the room? Su Miat Miat Tway, are you going to join the room? They might not be there. Okay. But yeah, I'll go check on the rooms now. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah.
I'll get the music going first.
Oh, okay, I need to use this.
Hello, are you guys okay?
Yeah, we are. We're just looking up how to pronounce article.
Okay, sounds good.
I think that's a little small. I'm just getting used to this font.
Okay, I'm gonna check on a different room then.
Okay, thank you.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
So can someone share their screen? If you look in the chat box, there should be a link to the Pear Deck.
Chat box.
In your chat box. And then someone can share their screen.
Okay. Okay. Okay, I will share the screen.
Okay, you'll share yours? Okay, and you can see the link. If you need it again, it's right there.
This one?
Yeah, so yes. So go, if you'd like, you can go to www.dictionary.com and so the word is article, and write down
Dictionary.com.
yeah. Oh, dictionary. That's
DIC.
dictionary.com. If you look down, it's, oh, that's not quite the right spelling. If you go DIC, I'll write it in the chat.
Oh, okay.
There we go, dictionary.
Yeah, I see. Okay.
Yeah, it's showing up right there. It's the top one.
This one?
Okay, so you can type in the word. The word is article.
Article.
A-R-T.
R-T-I-C-L-E.
Article.
T-I-C-L-E. Article.
Oh.
A-R-T-I-C-L-E. Okay. Article.
And if you look at the Pear Deck, if you go back to the Pear Deck, at the top, yeah. So you're looking for the pronunciation, the parts of speech, definition, and origin.
Origin. Yeah.
So look through that web page and see if you can find that down, and then you can use the text button so that if you click on the T at the bottom, it will allow you to type on the slides as well. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then you can type into the slides. Okay, I'm gonna check on the other group.
Okay, thank you.
Go into that and you can complete the.
Hello. How are is
look for the word article.
Okay, is someone sharing their screen?
Hopefully, yes.
Okay. We only have a few minutes left, so can one person decide?
They're still in the, yeah, but it was difficult for them to find the screen and everything. Just in the first exercise.
Yeah.
And having completed it, I think.
You completed it?
No, I don't think so. Hello?
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, to you now, Lisa. I don't know where the students are.
Okay, I mean, can someone share their screen?
Yeah, they did.
Yes?
But I cannot write.
They can't write or this.
Okay, let me show you. Let me see if I can show you.
Next one.
Okay. Oops, I'm having. So this is mine.
Oh, now.
This is mine. Do I have the right one open? Just 1 second. So if someone else screen shares, it would be best because then I don't have to stay. But what you do is here, if someone screen shares, so we're looking at a dictionary. So it's the word article. Okay, so you open up and we're going to dictionary.com. So you type www.dictionary.com.
Yeah, that was okay. It was one that was a problem.
And then type in, okay. So the encyclopedia. So if you hit the text button, you should be able to write with the text. If you, the T.
There.
Yeah, and then if you click on the slide, Yep, so now you can type on the slide.
Okay.
So can someone maybe do it together? So maybe open up the encyclopedia.
There.
I don't think the link works. You might have to type it into Google. My apologies, it doesn't work when it's for some reason.
Okay, that was, yeah, okay.
Yeah, they don't seem to, it didn't seem to work when it's changed into Pear Deck.
Okay, so.
Yeah. So if you go to Google, I would not open a new, I wouldn't type it there. I would open a new one. So if you go post attendee Zoom, if you click on that one, where it's at the top where it says post attendee Zoom. The problem is if you search from here, you'll get rid of this page. So you want them open as two different pages.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I can see. Yeah.
So then here, now you can go to Google. Just leave it where it is. Go to Google. Like just in the top, www.google.ca.
No, I can't.
Oh, do you not have a? Oh, that's because you typed in www. You need www.google.ca.
Yeah. Okay. It's exhausting. No. Yeah.
Yeah, just hit enter, I think. On your keyboard, I think you just enter.
Yep. Yeah, but.
Okay. If you search encyclopedia.
Okay.
Encyclopedia Britannica.
Oh, there are other ones.
Well, this is a dictionary, so it shows the dictionary. No, you have to go up to the search bar. Now that's the dictionary. You have to go up to the Google search, Encyclopedia Britannica, or have you set? No, down a little bit. Yeah, that one. That one at the top, yeah. You click on that one.
Are the students following this? Who am I screen sharing?
Yes,
hopefully.
you're screen sharing.
Okay, they can follow this because this.
I don't think that's quite the right page.
I don't.
That's the definition of what it is. I think if you go back, just click on the main one. No, just
online. Yeah, okay.
Or just the search Britannica. I think that works if you type that in there. Yeah, there we go. And if you put the name in there and then see what comes up, and then you can write the answer. But I think we have to close it soon.
Yeah, but the students didn't get that far.
Okay, we can give you a few more minutes to work on it.
Okay, have the students got this page then now?
I mean, and then go back to the Pear Deck. So you should have the Pear Deck open in a different window. I don't know where you put it, but I know it was open in a different window. Here, let me, yeah, there we go. So then Angela Markel, birth date, country of origin, and occupation. I'm going to go back to the main room just quickly. How many people do we have back? We'll just wait a couple more minutes. I know we're a little behind. Everyone is back now. So I'm going to quickly share my screen. Sorry, we're a little behind on time. My apologies. Okay, so dictionary. So let's look here. The word is article. So pronunciation, article. It's a noun. A written composition in prose, usually nonfiction on a specific topic, but this group didn't get the origin yet. Okay. This group has something, description of indefinite character of, so not quite finished. Here, this is article, a noun, a written composition in prose. It's from Middle English, so I guess 1,200 to 1,250. Okay. So here, article, a noun, an individual object, member or portion of a class, an item or particular, 1,200 to 1,250, Middle English, Anglo-French, Medieval Latin. Hey, good. So a few people got some answers. I don't think the link worked, but it would just be www.dictionary.com, so you can look on Google as well. Thesaurus, let's look at the thesaurus. So assessment, synonyms are appraisal, evaluation, calculation. So you could go to thesaurus.com, www.thesaurus.com. So judgment, I assume that's, well, valuation or evaluation, estimate. Okay. Determination, assessment and determination, maybe it comes up. And then we had the encyclopedia. So we had Angela Merkel, birth date July 17th, 1954, country of origin, West German, occupation, politician or chancellor. Yeah. So Hamburg, West German, German politician. Yeah. Good, so we got some answers there. There was a couple of extra questions just in case people finished early. So electricity, electric charge. Okay, good. So why is consulting a reference good? So why is consulting a why is it important? How does it help you in general?
Reference is very important in an article because it's the correct information. We can see the correct information when we check back.
Yeah, you get the correct information. Good. Like my kind of thing is, especially if you're not a native English speaker, it can be quite useful in helping understand what you're reading. It can help with your writing. It can help with paraphrasing. It can help be able to write independently. So there's a lot of, like, they're just very basic sources or references to use, but they're very important. Like they're things that I use when I'm writing, even though I'm a native English speaker. So I think everyone can use them for their writing in general, their academic writing. Okay. How will you use reference sources when you are writing? Does anyone want to share? So like I use a thesaurus when I want to look up different definitions of words. So how will you use it? Oh, Luan Mon Kim, you're muted. I think you're talking, but you're muted. What were you saying?
To be able to write the exact meaning or the suitable meaning according to our context.
Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah. Okay, so we are a little bit behind in time, so my apologies. Let's do kind of the 5 fingers again. So how comfortable you are, not comfortable at all, extremely comfortable, and then kind of in the middle. So on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Show of hands, show of fingers, sorry. Okay. Okay. So we'll look at everyone. A few people don't have their video on. Okay, good. So if you want to practice using dictionary, a thesaurus, an encyclopedia, you can go on the Google Classroom, and there's the links to the self-paced one, and you can practice on there. It gives you some topics, or I will be posting these slides on the Google Classroom. So if you want to practice with these slides, you can practice as well. So next week's topic is going to be on making connections. And I'm also going to send out a course feedback after this, as well an invitation to join the Google Classroom. So I mentioned before, but I will be posting everything on the Google Classroom. And we also have the research writing syllabus, which might change, but these are some of the topics, and it is also posted in the Google Classroom. So we have some of them posted here, and it's also in the Google Classroom. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing. So thank you very much. It was nice to see everyone. And I look forward to hopefully seeing you next Saturday. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.